All right. Welcome in to another Let's Talk video. As you've probably heard me say over the years, time and time again, Mass Effect, it's my favorite. The original trilogy is my favorite thing in all of gaming. And yes, am I expert pro level on all the lore and everything? No, because there has been comic books and animated shows and everything else. I am actually going into this next Mass Effect, I do kind of want to catch myself up on some of the stuff I've missed over the years. But we had the N7 day stuff go down, and in the spirit of catching up with all that stuff, I wanted to maybe go over. Feel like I so much brightness on the screen right now. I wanted to go over some of the stuff that was dropped for N7 day, and yeah, there we had a movie thing that was dropped. I guess we'll go straight over to here. Mass Effect, no, sorry, a TV series in the works. Mass Effect TV series in the works. Amazon video basically from Fast and Furious 9 writer. Yeah, so Commander Shepard meets Fast and Furious. Let's see here. Mass Effect TV series is officially in development at Amazon MGM Studios. Variety has learned exclusively. Daniel Casey is set to write and executive produce the adaptation. Kareem. Okay, I'm not really super. Yeah, like ah, Fast and Furious writers being connected to this. It is Amazon, so that's something that can really shift the tone of the story overall in the show and everything. So you could actually maybe have some nudity scenes in there with the intimate scenes, but even more importantly, because we all know that everybody likes to get in with the aliens in Mass Effect, but most and more importantly, my green screen is doing its thing. um the even more important part of it is that if they want to, destroy an alien and take its head off or something with Amazon Studios, they can possibly get away with doing it. Is it going to be a great series because of the Fast and Furious writer on it? Who knows at this point. Uh, Anything that is gaming related, that is, live action wise. If this was animated, again, I always say this. I think gaming stuff goes way better animated than to live action, just because you can do more with animated. You can make bigger set pieces. You can, I mean, Cyberpunk. Just look at that. That would have taken so much more money and effort and everything to do live action. But what they did with the animated, series for Cyberpunk, it literally put the game back on the map. So again, my big thing is like, man, if this could be just like animated something. They already did an animated movie. Not everybody knows about it, but yeah, it's their Paragon Lost, it's called. I need to rewatch it. It's been years since I seen that. I remember seeing a little bit of something of it. So yeah, that's one thing. They dropped a trench coat. uh Trench coat looks kind of cool, but I just wanted some concept art at least or something. And we didn't get much in the way of that. There was a description on the coat that, let's see here. The N7 Trench, it's techie, black and red, perfect way to equip yourself, whatever mission you undertake. Waterproof, durable, stylish piece, statement, sharp edges. So there was a thing on the website, if the website wants to work the correct way here. There was something in the item description that was saying something about like shepherd style jacket. So there's a whole bunch of stuff going on. My jaw hurts for some reason. Sorry. But there's a whole bunch of stuff going on of like, oh, is this Commander Shepard's jacket and such? Um, so that was kind of a teaser, if possibly maybe something of a teaser. They don't have it on the description now, so I'm thinking maybe it was just on accident. What does the hoodie say? Does the hoodie have anything? Look sharp. While you keep it casual, N7 custom men's hoodie was designed for the System Alliance finest. That's not really saying much. I don't mind this hoodie. The hoodie looks kind of cool. It's a full zip too, which is nice. Yeah, that dropped. But the big one, maybe the biggest drop of them all. This isn't really a big drop, so to speak, but this is the biggest thing that came out. Yeah, Mass Effect crossover with the newest Dragon Age, of course. Yeah, I mean, I'm not I'm not over here jumping for joy. I mean, it's kind of a cool armor. It looks kind of cool, the armor set and everything. So command helmets. Everybody's taking this as a hint at Shepard being coming back. The mark of leadership, and accentuated stripe, the color of the blood, serves as a reminder of the loss. So the red stripe going down the middle over here, or the middle of the arm over there. Yeah, okay, and then this one looks even more so. It's like that's pretty well. That looks pretty damn close to an N7 helmet. It looks like Shepard's helmet. Um, it's even got like the ear hole piece over here and everything. Command helmet, Commander Shepard's helmet. We already know that Liara was finding an N7 badge in one of the teasers. So, you know, if Commander Shepard is coming back, which actually I have a very crazy like fan theory, if you will, of how Shepard would possibly come back, and that we are probably going to be playing as Shepard. I think the teaser. So real quick. Actually, hold on a second. So, Paragon of Leadership, a modern practical fit makes this perfect armor for operatives trusted with command beyond the stars. So, what I'm going to say is this is not a confirmation that, oh, Commander Shepard is back. What I am actually going to say is that they are just trying to make it so if somebody plays Dragon Age, think about the demographic, well, the two different types of fan bases that you would have between Dragon Age, that's medieval, and Mass Effect, that is in space. You couldn't have more of a different fan base on both of those. Like your D&D style fan base is not the same ones that's like maybe a Gears of War or Call of Duty would, fan base would probably get into Mass Effect. That's the only reason why I knew of Mass Effect, was because I, played Call of Duty, and I was like, you know what, this looks really cool. It's in space and stuff. Let's check that out. Because I wasn't really into Halo back in the day, so I was just like, oh, this is military. I like it. Warwolf, that's kind of my thing. Especially with space stuff. I do actually really tend to get into space stuff a lot. So let's see here. Spectre of, hold on. Can I get the, yes. Pause. Spectre of Battles Past, formal enough to face a war council while still functional on the battlefield. Funny. So again, another little bit better look of the jacket. So again, I think this is just to really push the reference that this is Mass Effect that we are referencing, and also it's just kind of fan nod. I don't see this as like, oh, it's 100% confirming Shepard or anything. I think it's really literally just fan service. That's what this is screaming to me. It's not in like marketing or anything of like, oh my god, Shepard is back. So again, I think this is all very, very cool fan service, but fan service nonetheless. I don't read too much into it. Okay, so on top of the teasers, we also, or the clothing drops and such. Instead of a concept art, we did get this also. Hi everyone, November 7th has arrived once again, and as always, we're grateful for the opportunity to celebrate all things Mass Effect. This year is a little different as we just launched Dragon Age The Veilguard as a studio, so we're purposely keeping things layer as we celebrate the launch of the game. Speaking of which, you may notice a small treat, which I just showed. Cool new merch in our BioWare store, and we have partnered with No Man's Sky and Destiny 2 to bring back a couple fun cross promos stuff in the games. So that's the Normandy. You can get there's an N7 quest line that you can do in No Man's Sky. Actually, get the Normandy as part of your ship fleet, which is actually pretty cool. I had more fun with that than I thought I was going to. In Destiny 2, yeah. So your little drop ship that you get in Destiny 2, you can actually get kind of like a little Normandy looking drop ship, which is again, it's really cool. I'm probably not starting up Destiny 2 to grab that. It is free though, so you can kind of just jump in and grab it, which is cool. But yeah, we were a bit quieter this year. We couldn't be more excited for what's to come. So it looks like we're going to be waiting until next year, until November next year, to actually see what the or maybe possibly, sort of, possibly, maybe like a Game Awards would be the only other time when we would end up seeing something, unless there's like a PlayStation State of Play that's going to happen, which I don't see that happening until next year. Yeah, yeah, like man. So Dragon Age Veilguard, of course, it is not on everybody's most wanted list whatsoever at all, and them doing just a cross promotional thing with Dragon Age, it's kind of just a bummer in all honesty that we don't even get like one piece of concept art this year, anything. We've had
Exactly. The Council will be furious. Although they should know by now not to underestimate human differently. How did we miss this? Was the most predicting. Exactly. The Council will be furious. Although they should know by now not to underestimate human defiance.
Okay, so Human Defiance. So there's a lot going on in this teaser, and I actually have a lot of theories on what is going on, like what is going on with Liara, and her search for the N7 Signia, if it is Shepard and such, which in my book, I'm gonna say right now, which I think I said this on video. I've been making up a lot. I've been really, deep diving all the fan theories and seeing what people have been coming up with and everything. And again, I will be making a video. I already talked about it on stream one time now, so maybe I'll make a shorter little video just to get my thoughts collected into a video. But this here, I think this is Shepard, but I think this is one possibility of Shepard. I think a big theory that I got going on right now after going back and playing the Mass Effect 3's ending and watching both the endings back to back. One theory of mine is kind of crazy. One theory makes a little bit more sense. I think this ending or this teaser is representing the kind of Paragon ending where Shepard himself is saying, like, they turn into a VI and such. I think this might be RoboCop Shepard. A lot of people are making that meme right now, and I'm like, I kind of am thinking that I'm going to say there's a possibility that this is Arya working undercover with the N7s, possibly. That could very well be the thing. Or this is a VI version of Shepard finding their way back to the Milky Way galaxy. My other theory is, and again, I'll put a video together why I'm saying this. This is the Renegade ending, and Shepard in the Renegade ending, he gets blown backwards, but he's not dead. He gets teleported when everything explodes and the Normandy gets sucked into the black hole of the explosion and whatnot. I think he might have gotten teleported to a planet somewheres, and because he is like half machine and all that, I think there's maybe a half truth going on with what the VI was saying of, oh, you will kill yourself if you go through the Renegade path over here, because every single time one of the VIs is telling you something, there's a lot of information missing there, and so on and so forth. Again, I'll make I do have the Mass Effect 3 endings revisited stream I did just a couple nights ago as of the recording of this video. You can go on there and see my full unedited thoughts as I go through the ending. I'll probably end up making like a shorter version of that video, but I am also really thinking that this is like Liara after Liara learns of the elusive man getting taken out or offing himself at the end of Mass Effect 3, depending on your choices that you make in dialogue, that Liara takes over Cerberus as a shadow broker, and I think Liara is building this, and she is in works with the System Alliance while she's also a shadow broker. She's kind of being double agent in that way, and I think this might actually be. I think they're working on it, so it's laid sideways. I think once this thing activates, it's going to go and it's going to go back up, in that vertical way, and this might be so. The whole thing of this could be like a vacuum type of so where the regular mass relays shoot things off. This one could be the mass relay, or yeah, well, a mass relay that pulls things back. So then you have full on travel between Andromeda Galaxy and the Milky Way. I'm really going with that. Something to do with that, where you have a back and forth. Because if you look, there is there's a form of this where there was arcs in the background. Where is it?
How did we miss this?
So how did we miss this? I'm thinking Shepard got, she's getting a ping, or maybe Shepard also could have amnesia of some kind. So also, I know that everybody's like, oh, well, this looks like a female form. Yes, it does. And I think the reason why this is a female form, for sure, it's a female form, it's FemShep. The marketing team, especially nowadays, right now with BioWare of all companies, there's no way they're going to let male Shepard be the front cover, of the next trilogy that they're setting up. It's going to be FemShep, which is fine. In my book, the original Shepard was the male Shepard on the front cover, and then you can flip the cover and make it female Shepard. Everybody really gravitated towards Jennifer Hale's voiceover that she did. Everybody really likes FemShep. I'm cool with it being FemShep if that's the way that the default marketing and everything goes with it. Definitely has a very and to me, again, this feels like Arya, just the body language and everything. It doesn't feel like Liara. It doesn't feel like Shepard so much. It feels like Arya being undercover and being like, yeah, I'm a secret agent now. What now? And doing that. But we will see. We will see what ends up happening with this. So again, I think it's depending on the ending that you pick for Mass Effect 3, and especially with the Legendary Edition, because there is no third ending. In the Legendary Edition, there is no third ending. So I am sticking with that I think there's only 2 endings that are canon. That third ending that was supposed to be canon, that was the original trilogy, just trying to give you a send off. No. But I think what they're going to do is probably take that out. The 2 canon endings will be Paragon Renegade, and depending on which way you go with that, you're going to have multiple major differences in your replay value for the next Mass Effect game. Which, if they go that route of what it kind of looks like to me that they go, I think that's great, because replay value is something that you should always be looking and striving for in a game development and all that. Then it just comes down to the writing team and who they got on the writing team, which again, we will see exactly who officially appears as developers and everything for this, and how the writing will be handled, because we've just seen Dragon Age Veilguard, where it's the new Dragon Age game, and people aren't happy with it. So it's Mass Effect is the thing that everybody is looking forward to, that BioWare can dig themselves back out of the hole that they're in right now with the fan base. So yeah, we will see what ends up happening going forward. I am going to probably end up doing a stream of Andromeda, first time ever. I'm revisiting the Andromeda game, but I have never streamed or done anything on it, so that'll be in the future. So if you want to see that and other crazy fan theories I might end up happening going forward for Mass Effect, make sure and hit that subscribe button, of course. Sub, like, share, the whole 9 yards. And I will be back soonish. I need to keep showing for it. I'll be back soonish with more Mass Effect stuff. I wanted to start, getting the wheel rolling on the Mass Effect side of my channel, because damn, I haven't done too much over the years with it, and I'm starting to miss Mass Effect overall. It's been a long time. Again, like, if you never played Mass Effect, it is on every system now. And if you played maybe the first one, didn't fully get into it, I highly, highly recommend and suggest to go and either play the second one or try and play the first one, over again with the perspective of like all the different characters and what's going on and everything. I know Mass Effect has a ton of different characters, and it's sometimes kind of hard to lock in on exactly what's going on because there are so many stories. The universe is gigantic in Mass Effect. So again, highly recommend if it didn't get you the first time, if you didn't get really rolled into it, after beating it the first time, try and go back and play the first game a second time over again, or go into the second game with the knowledge that you have from the first game, and the second game might rope you in even more. Just because now you kind of get like a sense, okay, I'm Commander Shepard and I have a ship and here's my crew and all that stuff. So yeah, it again, it's great when BioWare is hitting on full cylinders and they are allowed to do their creative process the way that they want to do it without any consultation from like a Sweet Baby Inc or something. They can do really really cool stuff, and especially if it's the some of the OG original team coming back to help out with the project and everything. Yeah, like I'm not gonna write off Mass Effect just yet. That could just be the very big fan of me that really wants to see Mass Effect do really good, but I think it's a little too, it's not quite there yet to write it off. I want to see one more trailer that shows something or a concept art or something just to give us like a sense of the direction of where the storyline's going. If it is just RoboCop Shep and there is nothing else and there is no like multiple branching paths. That's the thing with Dragon Age, was that this newest Dragon Age felt like you're kind of on that strict pathway that they're leading you down through, and that is something that does make me very cautiously optimistic for Mass Effect overall, because when you made a choice, it really mattered, and I think we do need to get back into that. We need to really bring that back with the next one. Yeah. Again, I just want to see it do really good. So, anyways, we'll leave it there one more time just because I just let the video go a little bit longer here. But hit that sub button. It definitely helps out a lot. Go and watch the live stream that I did possibly, where I was going over all the different endings and giving my takes on what the endings could mean in a. It's funny because when we all first played Mass Effect 3 and went through the Mass Effect 3 ending, you have one perspective on it of like, okay, this is it. We're maybe never getting another Mass Effect ever again. It's a trilogy. They're kind of wrapping it up here. Shepard does what Shepard does at the end. And yeah, now it's kind of a different perspective because now it feels like Shepard is coming back. The artist found the N7 insignia. And when you go back and actually check out Mass Effect 3, I'm telling you, it's almost kind of a different vibe that's going on with it of like, oh, maybe what the VI is telling us is not the full truth. Maybe there's something more to it. Anyways, keep that in mind. But yeah, that's going to wrap up this video. Hopefully, everybody's went out and checked out the trilogy or revisited the Normandy on N7 Day. It was yesterday. Or maybe you checked out Andromeda. Either which way, hopefully everybody had something of a happy N7 Day. Yeah, it was a bit of a bummer, but we gotta wait for them to get everything made. So, anyways, with that being said, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for stopping by, and as always, I will see you next time.